So the National Super Alliance, NASA, has set the irreducible minimum electoral reforms that must be met before the October 17th repeat presidential election, failure to which it says it will not take part in the repeat presidential poll. But just what would the withdrawal of the NASA presidential candidate Raila Odinga mean to the October 17th poll? Political affairs reporter Moremi Mwangi interrogates.
With just over 30 days to the October 17th rematch between opposition leader Raila Odinga and President Uhuru Kenyatta, Odinga's camp has unleashed a demand to electoral body IEBC with a threat attached to it.
Yale ambayo tuliona haikutufurahisha. Inaonekana IEBC tayari imewekwa kama ile chombo tena ya kuiba kura.
Weka kando. Sisi tuende Kasarani, tuapishwe, tuendelee na kazi ya kujenga taifa letu la Kenya.
IEBC has listed Odinga and Kenyatta as the sole candidates in the rematch poll, while the Supreme Court is yet to rule on a petition of Third Way Alliance leader Dr. Ekuru Aukot, seeking inclusion of other candidates in the repeat in the October 17th ballot.
Boycotting in law would then mean that the name is struck out from the ballot for whatever reason. But if Raila Odinga's name is the ballot, it's a competition. If it's only Uhuru Kenyatta in the ballot paper, then it means there's no competition. A declaration shall be made that he is unopposed to that extent.
NASA's boycott threat is pegged on what Odinga's camp calls irreducible minimum electoral reforms before the fresh polls, which includes, among others, staff changes in the IEBC Secretariat, recruitment of new 290 constituency returning officers, and the change of the ballot papers printing company from the Dubai-based Al Ghurair.
People voted.
But Kithi says Odinga's threats to rally his supporters to boycott the polls might do little to derail IEBC from proceeding with the polls on October the 17th.
If he doesn't offer himself of the contest, by reason of the environment that we operate and the orders of the court, his name, notwithstanding, will still be in the ballot paper and therefore will be voted for by those that want to vote for him. And therefore the resultant effect of that is a result will have to be pronounced.
We on Jubilee side, we have not put any ultimatums on them. We are not putting a gun on them. Why is it that NASA, through Raila Odinga, they are putting a gun on the head of the chairman of IEBC?
We expect them to involve political parties through ITAC in the supervision of the use of the technology before, during and after election.
In the event that the Supreme Court upholds IEBC's position that only Odinga and Kenyatta should run, then mathematically speaking, the winner of the repeat polls will have to be one of the two.
In the context of the case.
Kithi argues any grievances arising from the polls, such as those already listed by NASA, would have to be addressed as stipulated in Article 140 of the 2010 Constitution that allows any of the candidates or a registered voter to file a petition at the Supreme Court to challenge the election of the president-elect within 7 days from the date of the declaration of the winner.
What we'll be looking at, one is irregularities, as obvious in the election itself. Number two is whether a boycott in law would mean that he didn't offer himself to participate and his name therefore ought to have been struck out. That's probably a discourse for the day as at that time.
With the spotlight tightly on IEBC's preparedness ahead of the October 17th repeat presidential poll, the opposition threats for boycott will no doubt continue to elicit political heat as the countdown to the Odinga-Kenyatta rematch continues. Moremi Mwangi, KTN News in Nairobi.